Hey y'all. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. I know it's late. Time in California is 8:26 p.m. and I hope everyone's had a well and copacetic and productive day and smooth flowing. For me, it's been one hell of a week and it's only Wednesday. I know I need to catch up on some things. Let me go ahead and just vent because I don't know. I'm still hormonal right now. I'm not hormonal. I'm feeling verklempt right now. It's been a crazy week. I probably say week before. I don't know. It's just not one thing. I'm explaining myself in a minute. I have to. So people who that mean a lot to me, they wonder why I've broken a pattern, and I've gotten calls. A lot of people are checking on me. I'm too quiet. I'm not dead. I'm not mad at anybody. I'll explain that in a second. But before I do anything else, for Aries, little sis, so for KK, please forgive me. Girl, I just saw your birthday. I missed it. I don't think I was at work that day. Come pick up your gift and I'm coming to you at lunchtime. But in the meantime, don't forget my thyroid, so I can't sing like I used to. But happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to you. Go KK. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, I hope you took the day off. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. One more time. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So for Aries sis, little sis, for KK, girl, you've always been beautiful. You're a reserved Aries. Y'all don't play that shit. You're still beautiful and just always been a deep soul. And I really do appreciate you. It's nice to still stay in contact after all this time. And I'm glad they opened up that damn bottom level door. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to walk all the way around. That's why I wasn't coming through to say hi and what's up to you in the mornings. Girl, I be going down into town. But I hope God, and I want God to bless you with all great things, with love, happiness, peace, light, some wonderful memories. Take some more trips because I be living vicariously through you and Tiff Tiff. And I'm proud of her too. You know, really, you're a pleasure to work with and just be around. And just know how wonderful you are. And I'm grateful for you. So may you have many more wonderful birthdays. That's what we gonna do. And as you're single and I'm single, we ain't doing shit. Even with the quarantine, I'm negative. What's up? Let's do something. Come over for some drinks, do something. Have a glass of wine. Shit, I got some cookies. But I'm just happy belated birthday, sis. I did not mean to miss your birthday. I'm like, oh my God, don't kill me. We definitely have to reconnect. But anyway, I'm just proud of you. You're such a beautiful spirit. So I just had to say that. What else? For Leo, sis. Oh my God, I'm proud of you too. I'm all excited and juiced from the news you told me today too. Oh, I can't wait to have the surgery done. But I'm so proud of you, and I watched your journey too, from way back then and re-meeting you until now. That's some good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Fist bump, sis, big hug. I just like to see you happy. I like to see you grow, and you deserve this. You deserve every bit of it. All you guys, all my sisters deserve to be happy. Brothers too, what's up? Shit. But I watched your journey. I'm very proud of you. Ooh, don't cry. We're all getting off our periods right now. So everybody's synchronized and I'm still hormonal. I don't know. It gets worse when you get older. Just take the damn equipment out and they refuse to. Anyway. So first and foremost, I'm going down some notes here. I know I've been quiet this whole week. And people are not used to seeing me like that. And I'm between two Leos. I'm Leo sis and bro mice. And as we're always used to a routine, like for my sister, even if she's moved thousands of miles away, she's in the South, I'll be moving down there. But ever since she's been gone, that is my best friend. And thank God for Marco Polo, because we sit there and catch up every morning. We sitting there, it's like we never left each other, you know. Still some learning curves, girl. You be on some journeys, it be going down. Shit. But we're used to having a routine to checking in because we gotten that tight. And I'm grateful for her and her mama too. So I need to explain some things. Because some people have misunderstandings. People are not used to seeing me quiet. If I get too quiet, either I'm dead or I'm pissed at you. But see, you'll know if I'm pissed at you or something's going on because I'm going to tell you and talk to you about yourself. I'm very direct. And some people are learning. And some people have known. Oh, God, I'm a special type of individual. But and the only reason I ever ghost anybody is if I had enough of your bullshit and you're not getting the message, I'm just like, dude, deuces. But for the people that I love, because for people who are close to my heart, there's certain people I'm never going to ghost, you know, because you mean that much to me. Like out of all my brothers, friends, brothers, goons, people who I've grown up with and people I'm close to on different areas, levels, you know, as I said, bro meister, that's my heart. I love my broski. And then I have my Leo sis as my best friend. And, you know, whatever I've gone through, you know, we don't judge each other on some shit. But, I'm not going to sit there. If I get upset, we might butt heads sometimes. I don't think I've butted heads with broski. Bro would just sit there. No, I might see him a couple times. We didn't butt heads. He's very protective. He'd be like, nope, that situation's not going to work. Bring your ass back over here. Time out. You think about some shit. And he's right. He will keep you from danger. And same with sis too. You look out for each other. But I guess it's a Leo and Libra thing with Virgo, and she has some Cancer in there, and I have some Leo in me too, and I don't know what's going on. But don't ever just learning each other. And everyone's had some awkward situations this week. Because I know I'm gonna sit there and give some testimony. Here's a few reasons why I've been quiet, you guys. Okay. Tammy is going into cocoon phase right now, and there's some shit that's going on all over right now. I'm not just taking on one person's energy. I'm taking on several in different directions. I just had a lot of projects to take care of, and I still have to set my house in order too. So, been a crazy week. I'm setting house in order. When I say that, I mean spiritual, mental, things like that. And so as me and sis are tight and networking on some things, and I love her mama too, and I don't want her to, we're learning each other because something triggered me. But it was not intentional, so I'm learning a lot about myself too. What I love about Leo sis bestie and her mama too. Her mama's a Sagittarius, that's where the thing came in. Is that some people are learning, you know, my cutoff game is strong. And rather than sitting and engage and doing back and forth, if I feel any type of things about to raise my blood pressure, I cut it off and just shut it off and I'm done. So I just back up, give it a minute. If somebody who's meaningful to me, we'll talk about it. Let me just have a moment. I will walk away. Just get at me when shit gets better. Just because we can all talk about some stuff, but when I actually need some shit, like just give me what I ask for so I can execute processes. That's all I want. It's just in general. I'm not talking about just one situation. And so as her mom really has been, she's a very loving spirit. And it's hard. Ooh. Emotion here, a lot of hormones, and I have a lot of energy right now. And so as me and her working on a project, and then sis is kind of stuck in the middle of it, but I'm still have to do my shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like not really butting heads, but then like a little bit of energy going on. And so she saw a different side of me because rather than I just asked for something, I'm more, like, I have to understand people too and be more patient. That's my thing too. Because my thing is like, when I want something, go after it. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't have time for gray. Just give me black or white and keep shit simple. I can't afford too many complex equations and the way my head's set up. Not trying to. I don't know, but you guys are teaching me how to love. And so her mom came out a certain way and I came out a certain way and I was disrespectful and I apologize. Because I had a trigger factor. Because when I ever have dealt with Sagittarius, men and women, especially, oh God. So, and no pity parties, I'm telling you guys some true stories. You trauma survivors will understand there's some things that will trigger you. So, all my life in dealing with Sagittarius, like in my household, my mom, the master narc, Mommy Dearest, that's a Sagittarius on steroids. She abused all of us kids in different ways, and her husbands too. My mama, she has mental health issues. And then she exploited my stepdad. My stepdad was a raging alcoholic, my molester. And he's also Sagittarius. And the way I was raised, and even with having my brother was an Aries. But you guys know about the story too. But being that little girl in my house, the only people that had not abused me in the immediate family were my 2 stepbrothers and my daddy. They never abused me. But my mom and my stepdad and my brother, it's like, if you don't do what they ask you to, and I say do some things, I mean, I'm like popping pimples, having to sit there and cater to my brother. I lost my virginity to my brother. I had to sit there and cut his fucking toenails with my teeth and all this other shit. And I tell mama and things about the abuse, whatever. If you tell my mother no about anything, even for stealing my credit, even for me not wanting to take on legal projects because I knew she was full of shit and she just wasn't doing things in the right place. But as you stand your ground and say, you know, this is not right, her thing is to automatically attack you. My mom did not know how to love because she didn't know how to love herself. Her thing is to destroy you and exploit you and attack you, even for what happened with my whole situation with domestic violence. There's a reason why my mom went to prison, went to jail for a couple times, not for me, but even for my stepdad and others. My mama is sick. She tried to kill my daddy with an axe. I was there. My mama's always had some type of issue. And if you speak up and even say something and you even not try to embarrass her, but tell the truth, even asking the pastor for a prayer, just pray for my family, you get attacked. So I was a slave growing up. In fact, that was my nickname for my brother, slave trade. Same with my stepdad, Sagittarius. They'll be there when they want something. You sit there and speak up and go against whatever they say. And as an adult, their key thing is to destroy you, and they play these games. I've always had a problem with Sagittarius. I'm very funny about them because I connect them with hurt and abuse. So where stepdad, his way of showing love, because he always called me his daughter, but he tried to fuck on his daughter a few times. You feel me? Tongue down my throat and foot up my crotch and shit like that happened. He hated all my boyfriends. The reason why, because he had a fixation on me. My mom left me with a stranger ass dude. You know what I'm saying? You gave this dude my sex tapes and you wonder why. But then she got mad because I don't know. It was just very much dysfunction with attaching to Sagittarius. And so when I see certain traits in certain zodiacs, because everyone has their own twists and turns and things like that, but certain things trigger me. So when you come at me with a certain behavior and I recognize that from what you're attached to, it's automatically a wrap. So I will sit there and back the fuck up and just shut it down, leave it there, get at me when you get better. You know what I mean? But I should have paused and just listened more, but I went into defense mode. Because my thing is, I'm not going to let you hurt me. I'm not going to let you belittle me, whatever else. I'm not doing this. I'm going to do things the way I know I'm supposed to do. And so I shut things down. I know sis was quiet and she was a little concerned because me and her hella tight. That's my bestie. And so to have her in the middle between me and mama, she didn't know what to do because she's never seen that side of me either. But she's kind of seen, because me and Leo, I mean, we all kind of like butt heads. We sit there and talk some shit out. She'll breathe me out that comfort zone to where we communicate. I'm just funny. And so after that, and we left things on a cordial note, but still I kept it short. And her mom left the most beautiful message like the next morning, because I never had my mom apologize to me like that. And actually said, I love you. And she says, you're my daughter. I can count on less than 2 hands how many times my mother has ever said she loved me, proud of me, and even gave me a hug. So my thing now is like, I'm still kind of like a little guarded because I associate with people are that nice, maybe that want something and not have a good intent. So that's my defense mode. But the way that Leo's sister's mom came in, she left this most beautiful message. I didn't know how to act. I'm not used to that. After 43 years, I'm not used to being loved like that because you're used to that trauma. And so I responded back to her and let her know, but the show doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking a breather. I have to have a breather. I just, certain things I just can't do anymore. And so we talked and everything. It's about communication opening up, but she did it with love, though. It wasn't hurt or anger or something ill intent. Like whenever my mom had something, if she was ever that nice, and she never really was, it was never sincere. It was always some type of ill motive, dude. But she's been hurt too. But everybody's been hurt. But everybody heals differently. So one thing to say about my sister and her mother is that whenever we sit there and even disagree, it's not even arguing, but we have a way of bringing things back together and do it with love. So I say thank you. And she was worried because she was like, you got too quiet. But that's not the reason why I got quiet, though. First of all, besides that, I have hella other projects I've been working on. It's only Wednesday. I had some shit I've been having to get together, not just for other people, when I had to execute those. So everything worked out with me and Mama. Everything worked out with me and Darren. I put that to rest, too. I did not know he'd blow my phone to where my voice box was full. He's acting like my brother, but it's still okay. Still my brother. But a couple other people, some legal projects and things I had to get clear. I had to clear my own plate. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed because when you take on too much, you kind of can't get anything accomplished. Next part is, as me and my sisters already know, between me, Aries, and Bestie, we're all PMSing together. Like, literally, we're all synchronized. Shit. That's some spiritual meeting going on. It's a female thing. Like, literally, like the same day, and on the same day, just we be going through it together. My sister's thousands of miles away. We're just sitting here bleeding to death. I don't know. So, I'm losing blood. I'm tired. I'm not trying to be cranky, but I don't know. There's a lot else happening. What else is there? Besides the project, setting the house in order, and I just had to take some time because there's some events that are going on, not just one, just several. I have a lot on my plate right now, and I'm taking on a lot of energy, so I just need some time to self, y'all. So don't take it personal. You know if something was wrong, and I wouldn't leave you guys hanging like that, unless there's some words said and there's no misunderstanding. I mean, if I'm wrong, sometimes I've come back and say, you know what, I'm sorry, because now I understand some things, and you talk it out, we're cool. You know what I'm saying? That's rare, but, you know, I'm very weird about that. So I take that time to do the 3 R's, which is reflect, review, reflect, and reassess. So my thing with that, too, is as I look at people and situations and things I'm dealing with, it's like hedonistic calculus. So every once in a while, you take that time to just review everybody who's around you, what situation you're taking on, what projects, what's your path. And some people, you kind of have to let that shit go. And some things you have to figure out where you want to proceed and how to, but have your action plan. So Tammy or Phoenix need to have time for herself. So after that, what else is there? And I need to work. No, I'm not going to. Well, maybe I'll do that this weekend. Because I've not done a vlog channel in a while. Now I say vlog, I mean mukbang. I really don't have an appetite. That's crazy. But I need to eat something. So maybe I'll do some giant prawns with some Alaskan king crabs or something. And do a seafood boil. With some potatoes and some corn. I'm going to figure out something, y'all. But I need to get my channels up for my YouTube. I've just been sitting here just self-focusing right now. Because you know how you take care of everybody else, but you need to make time for yourself. So there's time for the divine, however you call the name. There's time for your job. There's time for your kids or your family. There's time for your spouse. There's time for your friends. But you also have to make time for you. And so I'm just trying to balance my scales. So don't trip if I got too quiet. And I know even for bro, I swear between those two Leos, y'all are both checking on me today. Everything's okay. I'm just processing. I'm just sitting here just trying to get my shit together too. So don't trip. It's all love. And what else is there? I just have a lot on my plate. So my health. So speaking of which, I am off of work until next week sometime because of HR disability and because I have to see my cardiologist, and this is my health. And that's another thing too. So for Tasha, remember you came to see me. Let me remind you. And you stayed, you and Warlasi. You know, I'm like usually interactive and bubbly. And when I start my heart, you remember I was sick with my heart and I wasn't feeling good. And you literally had to check on me a few times because I stayed in the bed the whole day just to make sure I'm not dead. And you heard me throwing up. I really wasn't feeling good. So that's been this week too. I'm just dealing with my heart. I'll be so glad they take this damn thyroid out. So at least you saw how sick I can get. That's why I went to surgery and get it out the way because it's tied to my heart. It's slowing me down. It's making me fatigue and shit. So I just did self-care. And for my job, because I'm having heart episodes and they're getting the doctor's paperwork, I know it's kind of messy working for the government, but it's still a protection of themselves too for liability reasons. And I know I've been in and out of work for the government, the same place, and had a blessing to come to and get a couple raises. I cannot complain. But at least they know I'm sick. I meant that shit. They seen me and picked me up off the floor and had to call the ambulance a few times, okay? Shit, they've seen my heartbeat. They seen that the heart monitor on. I'm not fucking around. Shit. They have seen me go from 267 down to 150. When I was going through radiation, that shit is not fun. It's not yum yum. But they're asking me to fill out another paper. So when I returned to work back in May, was it May? Yeah, it was in May. And my cardiologist, both my doctors, I have 3 different doctors now, not 4, thank God. So I have my main doctor, who's actually my ex, and we're just professional. He's still my doctor, my main physician. And then I have my cardiologist, that's the heart doctor. Then I have my endocrinologist, which is my thyroid. And I have my oncologist, which is my cancer doctor, but I don't need her right now, so we're okay on that part. Just keep it that way. And that's why they're testing on my blood cells and things like that right now. I get tested all the time. So they all work together to try to help me because everything's tied together. Let me say again, your thyroid is tied to everything. It's your thermostat. And speaking of which, tomorrow I have to get, I have to get blood work for 2 doctors tomorrow. And they're doing the same damn thing. Like, it's still get tested for everything. But mainly my T cells. So if my main doctor is saying that the thyroid, no, my main doctor is trying to work with both the endocrinologist and the cardiologist. Oh, I have one more doctor. I have the therapist. I have to call her back too. I missed her appointment. But they all work together. I have no complaints with this team. Just hurry up and take the damn gland out. So if the main doctor is saying, okay, you know what, maybe it is your thyroid. So he's just trying to sit there and go whatever they say because they're the specialist. But when I'm having heart arrhythmia issues now the endocrinologist or the thyroid doctor is saying, no, you need to sit there and adjust your heart meds. And so that the heart doctor is saying, no, it's your thyroid. And my main doctor's like, what the fuck? Does somebody fix something? He's seen my journey, shit. But we're going to get it together. And poor therapist, I know I could tell her some true story. We be having fun, but I missed her call this week just to catch up and check in. And it's weird working for the government because they're trying to accommodate, because when we had a check-off list of things, my actual duties. So if I'm standing occasionally, can't pick up more than 25 pounds, which I actually can, but for job stuff, normal clerical stuff, customer service, whatever else. So my doctors, both of them checked off, okay, yes, I can do that, no problem. But after this pandemic, when I returned back to work, they fucked up. So if they knew I had pre-existing health issues as far as my heart, which is tied to my thyroid, they knew I had cancer and everything. I have to give the whole layout while I was gone so long. They weren't thinking, because whatever document they produced to my doctors to both sign off on, they went up and beyond. And I'm not knowing this until after the fact. And thus, we have now a workers' comp suit in progress. Because some of you guys remember and know I have like little tiny baseball bat chicken legs. And one thing I learned, excuse me, ew, I was crying. Oh, I told my bum in a second. But one thing I didn't find out until I went back to work is, and there's a reason why my doctors they were concerned about me being on my feet for so long, is because especially your left leg and your foot, your ankle, it's tied to a certain direct artery to your heart. And so when I came in with chicken legs, skinny, mini kind of, sort of, but the legs are skinny, and they had me standing on my feet like constantly for the whole damn shift, minus like a break, 2 breaks and a lunchtime. But as I was reclassified, they didn't pay attention to the form they had put out there talking about, instead of standing occasionally, I'm now standing constantly. And so by the second day, my legs are swollen up to like elephantitis type of shit. Some of you guys remember looking at a picture of my damn feet. Like, I couldn't even put my shoes on. It was that tight. My foot blew up. You guys remember Nutty Professor when Sherman Klum got into that Porsche, he got big, and it was like that almost. I'm not exaggerating, but you guys get the point. And so my doctor, he's like, wait a minute, what? And I start having hypervigilance episodes more and more. And I was like, my feet really do hurt. My ankles hurt. I'm swole. And so he was pissed. He was like, wait a minute. He says, they have you doing what? That's not what we agreed to. So he sent a letter to them letting them know that, you're hurting my patient. This is not what we agreed to. You need to adhere to what you provided in her proper job duties. But I tried to fix it after the fact. It was already too late. I was out for like 2 weeks after that on bed rest. I had to kick my feet up. Okay? So they're trying to dot their I's and cross their T's right now. But it's still a blessing to have a job to come back to and stability for that part. So until they get the clearance again in another form, my doctors are saying the same exact fucking thing. But they need this extra jump through the hoops for what reason, I guess, to cover themselves. And I get it. Because I got a call from the HR disability director today after he got the documentation. He's like, whoa. He's like, you know what? Let me get something to your cardiologist just to make sure and put in specifics. But she already did that. But I guess it's compliance, so I get it. So I don't see her until Tuesday. I have hella appointments next week. Besides getting blood drawn for 2 different places tomorrow, I have my main doctor on Monday. And I have oh God, I have a stress test on Tuesday again. Okay, so I have to get COVID testing on Saturday. And then I have to do that in preparation of my stress test. Oh, God. Okay. Yep, I'm going to be busy all week. So, in a way I had to sit there and get everything scheduled so things work out the way it's supposed to. It is what it is, but that's why I've been busy, you guys. So what else is there? My job. Bromance is good. Bro. I'm just sitting here talking to just a key number of people. I'm not going to stay on here too long, you guys. Right now, it's just focus. I'm setting appointments. I think I overbooked, though. I don't know. I'm not going to stay on here too long. I'm up now. I just been resting and trying to prep myself. And today's number is brought to you by the number 5. I love today's number. It's probably why I've been so productive. And I still have to respond back to one of the bros, said bro, because Lord knows I could use your services right now. That's probably why I'm like antsy and can't sleep. I don't know. I'm craving him something different or special. I don't know. Not like that. That's on the homie, okay? But I don't know. He has a certain way of being effective. I really appreciate his magic stick. It's very effective. It'll put you to sleep. And that's another thing, too. That's another reason why we can't. Because I have my head is just all over the place, dude. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Jesus. So you guys know how, hold on a second. You guys know how you get ready for a big event. Like say if you have a big training, or for me, legal cases, or before that, so whoever plays sports, before you get ready for that boxing match or that football game, or for me, it was a swim meet back in the day, a little bit of MMA. You have these big events coming up, or you're focusing for an exam. Sex can be a deterrent. Not a deterrent, it's a distraction. I'm sorry. Because you have some people be like, okay, I'm back to studying. Okay, bye. But for a certain bro, I don't know, he will wear you out and have you rethink your life and see, I will not remember my name. I could tell some stories about even visiting. There's a reason why I had to catch Uber because I cannot see straight. Lord have mercy. I had noodle legs and I just go straight to sleep. That's what I'm missing right now. But I cannot do that right now because I have to get some shit done. And plus, I'll feel a lot better after I just get these main events out the week for next week. Now, come next week, you know what I'm saying? After Tuesday, after all these damn doctor's appointments and stress tests and shit like that, and I have everything off my calendar and just can relax. Oh, you can get it all week. Just tear her up. Just come here. Oh, yeah, she misses you. But I'm doing things for a reason. Doing it for a reason. I'll hit him up in a second. But I'm just sitting here self-reflecting, you guys. I don't know, I'm so proud of him. Him and my sister, both you guys. It's so interesting because these Leos, you guys have something identical in common. I'm serious. You're working on the same project and creation, just different ideas right now. I'm just excited. I look at them watch and grow, and just I like watching people grow around me. And I'm just very proud of all of his creations. It's so funny. So I'm proud of my sister because she's actually started her project. I can't wait to read it. I'm serious. I feel some type of way. But whatever they put their hands on is always something that's of substance. And it's meaningful. Like I was so weird because I'm looking at something now. I'm looking at a couple things. I always hold on to whatever he gives me. I'm just looking at something. I'm going to get there next. But it's so interesting because I'm just attracting a lot of energy right now too. Your girl's just chopping some things down. I know, even for, I'm just funny. I'm funny. I was funny anyway. I need to find a new nickname. That's so disrespectful. But for Scorpio or Lavelle or AKA Shoot Toy, I'm not gonna. Oh Lord, bro, I still call him. I almost called him that the other day. Lord have mercy. But he's trying to. He wanted to come over tonight, and that's never gonna happen. We're done with that chapter. He was a temporary situation, but he's still a homie. You know, if I see you, I'll pass by and say hi. And we can hang out with the coworkers and go have drinks. It's okay to catch up throughout the day, but dude, I'm done with certain chapters. And, you know, once I see your nature and I know what you're capable of, again, people love the thought of wanting to be with you. And they want you, whether it be a friend or an associate, just energy, your mate. But some people just aren't qualified, you know what I mean? And he's a good dude, don't get me wrong. But no, that's been over for a long time now. But they never go away. Because you see what could have been, but you fucked that up. I'm not holding that against him. We're on two different pages anyway. That was supposed to be a season. That season's been retired. But he's still living in the past. So I'm even looking at, I know I get the good morning beautifuls. And yes, I know I got that. I love yous. Yes, I know he misses me. I know. Even last time we hung out, nothing sexual happened. But the fact is he's doing things he didn't do before. But he's longing for the energy and connection we did have until he fucked it up. Like his family is very beautiful. I love his sons. They all grew up to be wonderful young men. His mom and dad are beautiful. His sister, his cousins, all of his homies, you know what I'm saying? God bless his grandmother. May she rest in peace. Yeah, we could have made a good couple, but he's just something in his nature. And once I see what I'm dealing with, I'm not fucking with you. There's some things I ask for that you don't do. I don't care what you're doing outside to everybody else. Try not to, though. But don't lie to me. Don't let me find out shit the hard way. Don't waste my time and don't make me look stupid. You feel what I mean? That's going to get you fucked up. And as I see the type of way he's operating, he's still trying to learn. It's a little too late. I'm not even really looking. I already have my own shit to do. And we're not on the same path. He served a purpose and still be cool, but burned me too many times. Not burned like that. I was talking about he managed to do all four of those things. But you love me though, right? I know he does, but some people don't know how to love. And that happens. So it's interesting that every time I start connecting with said bro, Chew Toy will come in the mix or try to come in the mix. And he's doing it again. He has a pattern. And it's weird because his definition of insanity, you keep doing the same shit. And I know I'm looking at you in your nature and you think you're going to get a different result. I don't trust you even for the songs what's planted under your head is he's living on some playeristic shit still. And I don't know. We're too over that shit. He's 49. You can't be doing that. But you want a wife though? Good luck. I wish you the best, but it's not me. Clink, clink. I already have one rooster in the hen house. So what else is there? He blew my phone up tonight too. He wanted to come over. He's trying to spend the weekend, and we're not booing up. I have other shit to do, and absolutely not. Boundaries, okay? For Tiffany and KK, yeah, Scorpio. He doesn't go away. Let me stop. I'm not trying to clown. It's just no. So what else is there? Oh, God, I still have to schedule. I have to get the blood work done twice. Oh God, I forgot about that too. We'll have to go back for a mammogram. I have to schedule that with the damn labs too. Good Lord of mercy, Jesus. I swear I'm a walking science experiment or a pincushion, you guys. And the doctors are all trying to figure out some shit and just, I don't know. It's interesting having a main doctor and also specialists. And I don't know if you're going to pray about it, fix it, Jesus. But everyone's nice, though. They're trying. Okay. What else is there? I have shit to do this weekend. That's why I've been so quiet. I'm just trying to get my game plan in order. So I started to do job searching down because I'm still going to Houston. Property shopping, and I'm feeling some type of way about that too, because especially after those huge storms, and I'm learning some stuff, and the whole freeze came down, the winter freeze down there. If I buy a home down there, I have bigger ideas on what I'm gonna do. And I'm still debating because I still want to get a property up here because I actually can qualify up here, but I want to do something bigger, like turn into transitional and give back, or maybe domestic violence housing and things that I've been through and give it back, because that's even more profitable. But just trying to figure out my moves. I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of energy. So what else is there? I need to get that out the way for the mammogram. Oh Lord, I'm about to get my titty squeezed. Yes, we're at that age now to get our titty squeezed, ladies. They said every year for us. I don't know. I'm scared. I've never had it before. I had the breast exam. That was fun last week. I don't know. My nipples kind of reacted to her. Her hands were soft. I wasn't ready. I was not trying to sit there and react like that on purpose, but she kind of smiled though. Yeah, I still have the nipple ring in there. She's like, oh my God, it's pretty. I was like, oh my God, I love your nose ring. She's an Aquarius. She likes moonstone. I don't know. Let me stop. Anyway. Oh, but I wanted to talk about my last thing, you guys. I'm not going to stay on here long. I'm venting because I've been quiet all week. I'm just now waking up. And now that I have some breathing time to prepare for next episodes, and I got a lot of stuff out the way. I was on the phone all day and making calls and getting things out the way. I'm just taking this time for self-reflection and breathing and just restoring. But I know you guys have heard about, for some of you ladies, in fact, everybody did, because I keep my mom a fellow tuber, and I was a huge fan of this dude. I actually threw away his books, by the way. I've been a fan of dude for about 4 years, and I should not have thrown away that mentally stimulate me game, but I'm going to get there next. But for Derrick Jaxn, okay? Oh, that's another thing. So I had to work on I'm going to do vlogging anyway from mukbang. Or maybe I'll do ASMR this weekend. I need to get some more contacts. I want to do some cat eyes, do something. Maybe I'll do pretty in purple. But anyway. So I was a big fan of this hypocrite, this wonderful narcissist. So yeah, we're going to do some male bashing. Not for all males, but for this male. And some of you guys are fans of him too. And I love how Charlemagne the guy sit there and tore him a new asshole from the Breakfast Club. Now I'm trying to figure out, because I always, a lot of you ladies on my page and platforms have seen Derrick Jaxn, that wonderful dark-skinned, advocate for women brother, you know what I'm saying, who's also speaking truth. And he does these series and conventions and seminars. And I had this mentally stimulate me game for years where he advocates for the woman and love and protecting her and what you should look for in a man and healing from broken relationships. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to uplift women. And he had these wonderful games like for couples and even for friends, like these deep question games to make you open up and think about life kind of things and learn different perspectives and stuff like that. So I've always been a fan of him. But something stuck out on me for these years. As I kept watching him, I was like, was he molested growing up? Or what happened to him? The reason why I'm asking is because he would advocate so hard for the women, and uplifting the women, like the protector of these women, like the love guru. And he'd just be bashing the shit out the dudes, like on all levels. He'd just be dogging dudes out. So it's like, that smells like he's doing some things to manipulate to make himself look better than the dudes. And at no time, ladies, majority of you, I'm going to say 90% of y'all who saw these posts and shit like that, oh, his page is going to be torn down. You already know he's about to get destroyed. Poor baby. What's done? Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. He remind me of baby daddy on point. But most of you ladies did not know he had a wife. I did not even know he was married because everybody thought he was single. I've even inboxed him like years ago, you know what I'm saying? Because I was interested in him. He didn't respond back. But obviously he responded back to a couple other females and that shit came to light, huh? So you advocate to these females about how you don't put up with these no shit ass dudes, and a man should treat you like this, and this is what you should look for in a man. You should have high value of this and all this other stuff. He's building these women, these are queens up, right? And how men should be faithful, all this other shit. And he's sitting there just clowning these dudes, all the men. He's male bashing, he's a man. Pure narc. That came all the way out. I was trying to put my finger on it because that's the same thing that Dante would do. God! Some of you ladies, a lot of you ladies on here, some of you guys know about what is a narc. A narcissist. The ones who like to gaslight, the ones who like to manipulate, the ones who like to sit there and control you and dominate you and sit there and beat you down. Narc. And they put on these wonderful shows. I love how they put on these shows. So they pretend to be these wonderful, upstanding, and like the man you would love to have in the face front. But they're doing the same hypocritical ass shit behind the scenes. And then get mad because they get caught and they're horrible liars. Oh my God, I love watching to get a narc pissed off. If you ever want to piss a narc off, I learned that with my mother and with baby daddy. Don't give them control over you. Don't even respond. I'll be like, oh, okay. I'm just saying. Oh, how to starve a narc. I could tell y'all some stories, and even just, it becomes to be entertaining too, because the more you starve them, the more upset they get. They want to act out, and they look like, you remember how the story Rumpelstiltskin, the guy who sat there and I guess he spun some straw to save this lady, and he wanted the baby, and he says, the only way he won't take the baby is if you can guess my name. And as soon as they finally found out his name, instead of Rumpelstiltskin, that motherfucker went crazy because he lost control. Take the control away. But they play you like puppets. It's a sickness, and no, you can't ever change a narc. There's a difference between someone who has a narcissistic personality and actually a syndrome is a difference. I learned that too. In fact, there's a lot of you females in one page we have on Facebook about women supporting each other in surviving narcs or narcissists. They make you feel like you're less than themselves. They take your happiness away. All so they can look good. It's nothing about you, it's about them. And don't sit there and do it just the same to you as they did it to the next female too. It's all about them. They don't care about the kids. They don't care about you. They want what they can get from you. And they play these games, and it's everybody else's fault but theirs, right? So anyway, and when they get exposed, their thing now is to sit there and either avoid it or destroy you. I know all too well. So for this Derrick Jaxn guy, nobody knew he had a wife who has 2 kids, been married for 14 years. He's always in the limelight, this handsome, sexy man, okay? And all of us sit there and listen to him. We sit there and be high-fiving all, but he's be speaking some truth about, these men and what women don't need to put up with, this, that, and the other, and own your worth and all this other stuff and whatever. And being faithful and this, that, and the other, and he's not going to treat you right, don't be with him. So it came out in the media that he had been, I know he had more than 2 affairs, but 2 of his side chicks came out. And his thing is, again, cognitive dissonance. So he rather than sit there and fuck on them and use them and play them. And then, when they start questioning some stuff, his thing is to sit there and block them and act like nothing happened. And in the meantime, he's married, but they don't know that. Or he's divorcing or whatever. So same with, it hit me on point with the trigger because for Dante, the same way we met. So we initially met in January 31st, 2018. That was right after my brother passed away. He was my Uber driver. And we kept running each other. He was such a good charmer. He was just smelling good, and he was just handsome. And I was like, But nothing ever happened that whole year pretty much. So after September going October, he kept running into me trying to make something happen. But he was telling me he's not happy, and he was feeling me. He'd be calling me, trying to set up and go out on dates. He invited me to go to the BBD concert or Bell Boo, and I didn't go. I was like, something don't feel right. But he would charm the shit out of you. Nothing happened at that time. And then he would sit there and talk about the Bible. He's a minister. He loves God, but he went to jail or prison for murder for 23 years. And he's been in some jail problems before that. He grew up around Felix Mitchell's Click, that's his family too. That motherfucker's crazy. I've seen his road rage and his anger issues and control and overbearing, and he will just drain the life out of you. But start out being happy and having fun, but it's all at my expense though. And so I finally decided, because I was after year end, this is like December 3rd, 2018. And once I sat there and gave that man some, that man was a cat cat came back the very next day. And it was all fun in this la la land, because I love how my Leo sis said best, like, you first get to know people, either people who are, and they never change because that's their nature, or they put on this wonderful presentation, but that's not who they are. It's all the honeymoon phase to try to get you in the sales pitch, right? And in the meantime, he was inseparable from me. I'm thinking, like, okay, he really is done with his wife, and he's talking about marriage to me and locking me down, getting I love you by the second week. And he was with me every day. Even when I sat there, went into the shelter, it was bad every fucking day. When I was going through the hotels trying to find a place to lay my head, he wouldn't pay for shit, but I'm trying to sit there and hustle, find a place to lay my head. And you're trying to lay it with me? And he was just needing all the attention. It was always him. So I didn't even have a chance to really heal myself, because I ran from one situation where people are trying to suck the life out of me to accommodate them to now somebody else. And I still don't have a chance to deal with my own traumas. You feel me? But it's always about him. And if you're not with him, you're not giving the attention. He can't put his fingers on where you are. You have to be there at all times. He will guilt trip the shit out of you, manipulate you, and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? But we're still spending all these time together, and taking these trips together was always at my expense. It was always him. But he put on a great show on the outside, and after a while, I'm like, I just don't like you. So if I started with him December 3rd, 2018, and at first it was just me and him talking all the time, and these wonderful trips and spending every night together damn near. And the wife who he says he's done with, and I met his mother too. I met his sister. I met his cousin. I even talked to the pastor. I met his daddy. I met his friend. We sat there and sent our porn to, who sent it to somebody else, and all of a sudden it's on Pornhub. He's 50 as well too. These dudes are too young to be too. You're too old for this stupid shit. God. But he was a little boy in a man's body, and it got to be overbearing because he started getting dependent on me and taking my control away. So if he wasn't making money, and please believe me, I got him damn near every job he had while he was with me, including AC Transit, which he lost. But I put so much into that person. It had to always be about them. And if it's not, they'll make you feel bad for not letting it be about them. And it's emotionally draining, and that's abuse too. There'd be times I'd sit there and just cry, but like, just leave me alone. And all this time he's talking about marrying me, all this other shit. And at the end, he was still playing me and his wife. He was wondering why he's coming home so late. I met that bitch too. But I'm thinking that's one thing, but he was playing both sides. And I wonder, because things were adding up. But they like to sit there and play these games. So I'm saying all this to say is that women sense each other. And we sense bullshit too. And what kills me for narcs is that they try to make us look stupid and crazy. And when I'm going to get to this too, because some of you guys who saw those videos, a couple things here. A couple things. For some of you guys who saw the video, because when he first came out, he said, no, he didn't have a sexual relationship with these females, or how to put it like nothing happened. Homegirl busted out receipts and can describe the inside of his house and what happened, and show a copy of plane tickets and shit, okay? While his said wife that he's separating from and divorcing from and single went away for the weekend or something, I don't know. He's playing both sides. And we saw the video of his wife for the first time. At least I did, for the first time. She looks so, and some of you guys agree with this too, from women. Some of the men saw this too. She looks so battered down and miserable. And just, her soul is broken. So if you're living this lavish lifestyle, you have all these books and all kinds of stuff going on. You have money. And you're looking like top dollar. How come you have your wife on here looking stupid and looking like shit? She did not want to be on there next to her husband. She should not have been on there anyway, because he's the one who got caught up and got caught cheating. He's the one who got caught in a lie. So he tried to deflect blame by bringing on his wife. So where he first said he wasn't having any sex with these females, all of a sudden the story changed hours later saying, you know what, I did do such and such, and my wife knew all about this and this, that, and the other, and trying to overcoat things and talk about trying to deflect the blame and use her as a pawn. That woman did not want to be there. Some of you guys saw that. There's a reason why she just looked miserable. The only time I've seen somebody that beaten down, because she looked like shit. She had a bonnet on her head. She was just wearing all black. She just looked bad. That reminded me of Dante's wife. So I was always trying to figure out why. I mean, I'm a whole 180 of what his wife is. But see, I had to catch something because some of you guys remember and know how happy and bubbly I am. I got my smile back. But you start out being happy and you're happy, go bubbly. But Narcs will suck the life out of you. She just looks so depressed and pitiful and dumpy. And I'm like, you need to fix yourself. Girl, where's your self-esteem at? These motherfuckers will sit there and take the self-esteem out of you. They will suck the life out of you. I could tell some stories even about my sisters. I'll never forget when I go say what sister is. It pissed me off because I still want to beat dude's ass. I don't like dude. Have my sister shaking. It's because I see the pain and the stress, and you don't deserve that shit. Ain't nothing but a tire iron and some shovels, you know what I'm saying, in the backyard somewhere in the desert. What's up? But that woman was so beaten down, just like she gave up on life. So how are you sitting here not just confirming that you had affairs and you lied about your marital situation, and so the things you preach to other people, you're now being that hypocrite, but you bring your wife on there to further embarrass her. So you know, YouTube community is not always nice. There's the internet has no chill. There are some trolls out there. I've even seen some memes already. And as that woman sat there and spoke, his wife said something, trying to cover it up to help protect her husband. Oh, he's beating her down emotionally. But she said she already had self-esteem issues, and she has insecurity issues. And I'm looking at these beautiful women that she's beautiful too, just have to fix her up. But those other two beautiful girls, there were some snappers, okay? So that's like, she already has a complex. She already has self-esteem issues. She says she tried so hard to look and dress like certain women because she knows those women are coming after her husband. So she's trying to sit there and up her game, but that's not who she was because she does not know how to love herself, and he's not helping to make her feel beautiful, but he's preaching on making all these other females feel beautiful and luring them in. He needs his ass all the way kicked. I felt bad for her. And he ought to be ashamed. He wants to take his platform off. I'm so serious. He lost a lot of subscribers already. That's bad. He's a hypocrite. And then what kills me even more, there's something that see, for one set Bromeister, my favorite bro, there's a book he gave me, and I kind of want to I don't want to give it back to you, but if you could look at some of the stuff and creations and things you wrote in here over the years and things I lost everything. I have to rebuild myself all over again. I walked away from everything. But one thing I always kept with me is my bro's, his thoughts and his meditations, his words of advice and strength. Since 2017, still intact. I could tell you some stories. I mean, that man, I could see Broski being I could see him being he is a life coach. He's a healer. He's a master healer. But I could see him even using this book and taking things he's written and publish that. Because you never know how many people's lives you save with how you just sit there to say some things. I'm about to start crying. Between networking and self-appreciation, for ambition, brainstorming, and just all kinds of stuff, and just different things he said. But in this book, because over the years, I still revert back to some things, and I love his writing. He writes better than I do. You get on my nerves. But I'll never forget, in part of this book, there's something he said in there about never speak in third person. So now I understand, because that's also a detailed part of a narc too. I saw that because after that dude wrote that channel to finally telling himself with his wife, they're embarrassing the shit out of her. Because now everyone's going to know that her husband sat there and cheated on her and talk about her and her appearance. And she's already beaten down. Some people don't have chill. I'm still going, let's pray for our sister though. But dude did another video in a car, and what he did after his wife got out the car, she's broken. But he decided to talk in third person. So he tried to take himself out of the situation and still talk about himself, talking about, well, even though he is looked at as a love guru, this, that, and the other, and even he makes mistakes because he's human. He was talking about himself, but he's trying to sit there and build himself up and still deflect blame. What the fuck was that? He really has lost his damn mind. This is coming from one fellow YouTuber to another. What was that? And he's still not taking accountability for what he did. Oh, women are going to hate him. Oh, yeah, we see everything now. So there's 3 things that I have to say. One, for damn sure. For that wife, that sad wife, because he's talking about, even with that third-party confession he did, to still sit there and gaslight himself, whatever the fuck he was doing, and try to deflect blame and still not justify what the fuck he did. He was still trying to sit there and promote his book anyway about healing together. That woman is not going to sit there and want him. I'm going to guarantee it. We're going to go through steps of acceptance. So I'm going to look back at the fact that, because I could see there's some things that are forgivable. Like for me, and I can't talk about shit, but I learned some shit though. So cheating to me, says as loyal as I am to you and open to you and direct with you, like whoever I fuck with, you going to know about each other, okay? There's a point where bro knew about, sis knew about, whatever, but I keep everything on the table, so there's no secret. So if somebody were to say something to you, I already knew that. Okay, and I'd rather be upfront with you. But that's just me, though. And also, I'm single. But I've been married, too, and I did some things. But see, I was never in love with those people, and I just wasn't happy, and I had to grow. So that's one thing. But for these people who cheat, man, don't do that to her. She looked like she loved him. She gave him 2 kids too. Married for 14 years, and she had no idea. But she tried to play it off, and she wanted to just break down. She did not want to be there. So she is going to need some therapy. Because every time she looks at that man, she's going to see and remember the fact that he was sleeping with these other 2 women and probably some more, and just didn't say anything. He just got caught. And these women are upgrades from what she was too. She already has low self-esteem. She's not going to want to be with him. She's going to resent him because he broke her. And she sacrificed and gave 2 babies to him. But he still kept her hidden behind the scenes, though, while he did his thing. Oh, she's going to hate him. And she's going to hate herself even more. So 3 things. So she's going to need therapy, for sure. Number 2 is, I would not be surprised if she tried to self-harm herself, because not only does she have to deal with the guilt and the embarrassment of what her husband did, but the audience that now is watching her, like damn near the whole world. And she'll be reminded she can't even go in the middle of the street or go to the street, go anywhere to the store, because people, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to feel that hurt and be reminded of what happened. So everybody else knew, and she looked stupid. And number 3 is, if she was me, or if I was her, as he has a nice empire built up and built all these millions, and he's on Amazon, he's done conventions, he's done seminars, he's done all this shit. Oh yeah, he got some bags. I would take him for every motherfucking dime I can and put him out, cut him off. You go ahead and be happy. Take them kids. You go ahead and make him pay with his presence. I'm talking about presents, not the other presents, because he wasn't there. Make his ass suffer because he had no regard for you. But that's how I feel, because I learned I'm done being nice to motherfuckers. I give my life to you. I give my loyalty to you. And this is what you do to me. I forgive you, but there's a price to pay. So I just pray that she gets strong. She finds happiness, because where this guy messed up and is bad, because as these men hurt us, and people that we actually love and care about and we put our trust into hurt us, they had no regard for us. So why should I sit there and waste any time being depressed over you? Get angry and fight the fuck back. Turn your pain into power. And there's something else I was going to say too, and I forgot what it was. But yeah, he needs his ass kicked. That's just shameful. I can't sit there and judge what anybody else does. My thing, because even for baby daddy, I got sick, and when I found out what was going on, I figured out some shit. I'm like, I don't want you. I'm not fucking with you because I can't trust you. If I can't respect you, I can't be around you. I tried to get rid of him for so long. But at least have a open conversation about, okay, you know what? This is who's on the team. This is what I have going on. Be upfront, because if I have to find out shit the hard way, it's going to be a situation. And I can't speak on everybody because I understand some things. Y'all take some secrets to the grave with me. But see, I'm in a different position. I got your back. But just be careful with that shit. You can't also look at your actions too. It goes both ways. As I respect you, you respect me too. That's what I'm saying. I'll never forget what bro said. That and even for looking for a next mate, I'm not looking for. I already have my hands full. I have to work on myself. But now I forget, I was sitting here highly emotional over a certain person. Her, she. Now I was talking to Broski. And he seen me when my heart broke before. He's seen some shit I've been through. We've been through a lot. And he asked me, he says, well, what do you want? He should be a therapist. I'm so serious. I want somebody, I don't care if it's a friend, a co-worker, whatever, but I want someone to love me like I love them. Respect me like I respect them. So you keep 100, I'm going to keep 100, you keep 100 with me. You feel me? That's how a true connection stays. So even like with my sister, for better and for worse, sickness and health, laughter and pain, y'all motherfuckers are going to know how I feel. There's no misunderstanding. The same way I love on you, I want you to sit there and do the same with me. You guys have to set that standard in your partners too. It's all about communication. And having an understanding, you'd be surprised. Because even with Chew Toy knew about bro back in the day. Didn't stop the show. He knows about bro now. Doesn't stop the show. There's a reason why he's a Chew Toy. I don't know what to say. He's like, he wants to be my side chick, but I'm not even in a relationship. But I mean, still, poor baby. We're going to pray. Just be honest, you guys. Even with yourselves. So anyway, love everybody. I'm done ranting. Let me go do something with my life. You guys have a good one.